Okay, there's a big update, so go ahead. I'm going to take roll really quickly. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. What I need before we get started, what I need you guys to do is I need you to make a new project in a new class. Make a new project. The class should have, it should have a class called animal and then a tester class. So do that right now. A new project with animal class and then tester. All right, so today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over polymorphism, okay? Now, polymorphism is simply just a way to keep organized, because what happens is when you're building programs, when you have a lot of programs and stuff like that, basically what you're doing is you have a lot of subclasses that are calling from them, okay? So what I did is I just, for right now, I'm going to just do this. I'm going to erase that for right now. Okay, so I have class animal. Okay. What I did over here, let me actually get rid of all of this real quick, is I have a tester class, right? So what I'm going to do is under class animal, I'm going to say class feline extends I'm going to say class canine extends animal. All right. So I've got class feline and class canine both extending, et cetera, okay? No issues, et cetera, okay? Now let's take a look at how polymorphism works, okay? I can now say animal X equals new canine. I can say animal Y equals new feline. Okay, both work just fine. All right. Okay, this isn't a reference. I can also say canine A equals new canine. Canine B equals new canine. Feline. B. Okay. All right. So I've got everything good. Okay. Does anybody have any issues with this at all? Okay. Do we all? So here, what we're doing is we're referencing. Anytime that you inherit from a superclass, what's happening is basically you're allowed to put the referencing object on the left and the constructor of the object on the right. And what we mean by referencing is canine has extended animal. Feline has extended animal. They have both pulled from the animal class. Fair enough? Okay. Now, however, take a look at this. Okay. So let's say that I say feline. Let's say here that I say feline extends animal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say public void can purr. And I'm going to say purr. Okay, just for a cat. And here I'm going to say, oh, whoops, I don't know why I did that. Public void can purr, sys out Okay. And then I'm going to say in the canine, public void can bark. Sys out, rough. Okay. Now, two methods, as you can see, there's no errors. Everything is fine. I'm going to go back to my tester class. Take a look what happens. Okay. So first of all, we're going to start off with, now, as you can see, anything special about A or B? Is there anything special about them? These are regular objects. They are objects created the way that the rules, like using the rules that you guys already know, correct? Okay. These are polymorphically built. Okay. These are polymorphic ones. Okay. Now, that being said, so let's take a look at this now. Okay. Now it's a void method. So I'm going to start off with A and B. A dot can per or can bark. B dot can per. Okay. Oops. Sorry about that. You'll notice now work just fine, right? A and B are just regular objects. Take a look what happens. X dot can bark. I can't use it. Okay, well, let me try y dot can per. Can't use it either. This is a rule of polymorphism. Okay, so in a polymorphic object, okay, when you are using a polymorphic object, you can only use the methods that you inherit. Okay, you can only use the methods that you inherit. So once you inherit something, let's say I create 3 new methods, I cannot use any of those new methods. But there's an exception to the rule, okay? So let's say that I put both of these in here, all right? So both of these have a can per. So now if I go here, take a look. I can now say X dot can bark and Y dot can per, because I've inherited both of them. Okay. So technically, like if I got it, so let's say I just did this. So you guys can see. Okay. So there's nothing in these two classes, but I'm still good. Okay. I'm still good to go. Right. I can still run it. I have inherited it. Okay. Now, so I have these, okay, public feline, or let's just say, for example, let's just say we let them go, can bark, can purr. Every dog is going to have a different bark, right? Okay, you have small dogs make yelps, large dogs. So let's just say public feline animal. Now, take a look what I can do. Public void can purr. What have I just done?
Overridden it.
I've just overridden the method. Theoretically, this is a brand new method, but because you're using the process of overriding, it's not. It already exists. All you're doing is giving it a different outcome. So I can say per here. So if I go here now, okay, X dot can bark or Y dot can purr. So what I can do, that was just for feline. What's my feline? Yeah. So I can say right now the X will still be null, but the Y says per. Okay. So overloaded methods are completely legal to use. Okay. So if I go here and then I copy this and I change this to bark. So even though you are overriding the method, Oh, that's right. Hold on. It's got to be the method. Okay, so even though you are using the process of method overriding, theoretically, you could say it's a new method, but that is not the case, okay? So this is all legal, okay? The key thing that you cannot do is the minute that I would say public void can hunt, okay? So if I now try to do this, x.can hunt, okay? I can't do that, not allowed to. B.can hunt just fine. And why? That's just a regular object made the old-fashioned way. Okay? So now, does anybody have any questions regarding that? Okay. Now, let's just do a practice question. Okay. 1 second. I'm going to stop sharing. Okay, take a look at this question here. All right. Okay. So it's going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze. Okay. But you guys tell me, answer this question. Okay. So, okay, here we go. Now, what they mean by which one of these contains, so what they mean by that is polymorphic calls in terms of like which one actually is using polymorphism in the way that I just showed you. So analyze the question. Hey Siri, set timer for 2 minutes. Okay, tell me what you guys think. Okay, 1 more minute. Okay. Now, public class language, public void say hello. Okay, public void say goodbye. All right. So public class French language extends language. This one overwrites just hello. German language overwrites both of them. Okay. So we say, so let's take a look at option 1. Okay. Which of these sections contain? So language lang equals new language lang dot say goodbye. Okay. So it's using that, and then new French language, lang.say goodbye. Okay. Now, is that using any of the polymorphic calls?
No.
Okay. Language lang equals new language, lang.say hello. Lang equals new French language. Both get overridden. Is that using a polymorphic call?
Yes.
And then lang equals new language, lang.say goodbye. Lang equals new German language, lang.say goodbye. Okay, so 2 and 3 only seem to have it, right? Boom, that is right. Okay, and the reason why, again, if we take a look at 1, there was no, now technically, does lang.say goodbye work? Is there any errors, first of all, in this code? There isn't, but there's no actual polymorphism that's happening, correct? Okay, now let's take a look at question 2. Okay, consider the following classes. All right, okay. Public class mower, public double consumption, gas consumption, public void cut grass, double square feet. Okay, so implementation, public class riding mower extends mower, gas consumption. Okay, so it extends mower. So that means that this is going to be overridden, cut grass, overridden, and we have a new one, get turning radius. Okay, and then public class push mower extends mower as well, overridden, overridden, get tower height. Okay, so get turning radius and get tower height would not work. So which of, or like in a polymorphic sense, so which of the which of these sections will not, of code will not compile? Mower M equals new riding mower, M dot cut grass. Okay. Push mower P equals new push mower. Int height equals P dot get mower height. Mower M equals new riding mower. Double radius equals M dot get turning radius. Riding mower M equals new riding mower. Okay. And mower P equals new push mower. Now, first of all, we're looking for polymorphic. Are there answers that we can eliminate easily just eliminate right off the bat?
You can eliminate B.
And
A.
B.
no.
D.
B and D. Why?
They're just regular objects.
They're just regular old objects. There's no polymorphism. Push mower, riding mower, riding mower. So what we're looking for is mower on the left side, riding power on the right side. Be cautious, because what they'll do is they'll try to screw you up. They'll say riding mower M equals new mower. That is not the syntax, okay? So mower M equals new riding mower. M dot cut grass, okay? And accepts that number. That's legal, right? That's all good. Let's look at C. Okay, riding mower. So we go to riding mower. Okay, double radius equals M dot get turning radius. New method. That one's not legal. We can't use that one. Okay, specifically in polymorphism, the only ones we'd be allowed to use are gas and cut grass. And mower P, double P radius P dot gas consumption. It's one we inherited. That's perfectly fine. So the only one that we cannot use will be C. Any questions? Now, there is a way that you can actually use the overridden or the new method. Okay, you will rarely see it, but you actually can use it. Okay, the way that works is as such. So right now I have can hunt, and I'm just going to say sys out nom nom, because that's basically what cats make when they're hunting, right? Okay, just work with me. All right, so, okay, now, as you can see, if I say y dot can hunt, okay, I am not allowed to do that. However, I can do this. Okay. I can cast y as a feline object. It doesn't do it permanently, but what it is basically saying is that for this one instance, override animal with feline. make it work like a proper object. And then it will work. But if I do this again, now take a look, y.canHunt, okay? It's only temporary. It's only for that one instance, okay? Now notice how I'm casting within parentheses, and I'm casting the object. I've got a space before the object, okay? Almost like I'm creating a new reference, okay? Now let's talk a little bit about polymorphism, okay? Now in terms of polymorphism, where's my share? Where's my share? Give me 1 second. Oh, here it is. Okay. Now in terms of polymorphism, okay, you are not, let me repeat, you are not going to need to, what's it called? You are not going to need to ever write this, okay? I won't even require you to write this. On your quizzes, they will only be multiple choice, okay? You will only have multiple choice questions. That is it, okay? You'll probably have 2 to 3 multiple choice questions. Polymorphic questions, you should breeze through, okay? There should be no reason that you should take so much time, all right? Now, I'm going to post your assignment online. I just need to get it ready, okay? I probably need to scan it in, but so give me a few minutes, like an hour or so, but it's only going to be like 3 or 4 questions. You're not going to need all the time in the world to do it, okay? If it shows up as a quiz, it's not really a quiz. I'm going to allow you to do different retakes, okay? But I want you guys to go, but basically like the answers will be in multiple choice format, okay? With possibly 1 free response. Now, does anybody have any questions regarding polymorphism? And let me just put it right back up on the screen again really quickly so you guys can see it. And let me move it over to here. Let me move it over to screen view. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay. Anybody have any questions?
So just to confirm, polymorphism is only to call on overridden methods?
No, it's a way of referencing. That's all it is. It's polymorphism is an organizational tool, but that organizational tool has rules. Okay. It's not, that is not it at all. So erase that definition from your memory. That is not it whatsoever. Okay. There are rules on how you can call methods. That is not what it is. It is strictly organizational. Okay. Because let's say, for example, right now I just did animal, but let's say I did a canine class, Nick. Are there multiple different types of canines?
Yes.
Okay. Wolves. Then you have wolves, and you have wild, and then you have domesticated. Then from wild, like domesticated, you have the different breeds: golden retriever, pug, bulldog, et cetera, et cetera. The wild, you have hyenas, wolves, et cetera, et cetera. All of these traits are in the end, we use polymorphism to keep them organized and referenced. Okay. So that's what it is. And there's rules upon how you can, on which methods you will be able to call. Okay. Now, also polymorphic questions real quick. They tend to be TLDR, but they're also the easiest to answer. So don't be, most of the time everyone should get a perfect score on this quiz. Okay. Benny, what's up?
Is the 1 possible free response on our homework?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like, this is, so what I may do is like, I may say something like, what we're talking like, as you can see, Benny, there's not really much with polymorphism I can have you do. So I may say something like, give me the 2 lines of code that would show polymorphic overriding or something. Like, what would you do in this class? And then what would you do in this class? Or show me an example of polymorphism happening here. Okay. That would do this. There's really not much that, as you can see, that I can really extract. And that's why we really never spend more than a day or 2 on it, because as you can see, you kind of get the concept pretty quickly. And then we move on. It literally would be me dragging ass trying to extend it. Kennedy.
If the canine class were to extend like feline or something, can you still reference it with animal?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
As long as so yes, you can. So for example, if I were to do this, good question. Okay, so for example, if I were to do animal, let's get rid of feline for right now. Okay. Or actually, we can do that. Okay. So for example, feline extends animal, canine extends feline. I'm not sure if it's one up or if it goes all the way to the top, but I think it goes all the way to the top. Yeah, it still works. So as you can see, class canine, so feline extends animal, and then canine extends feline, because ultimately the super class above was animal. Okay. Good question. Okay, anybody else? Okay, so again, your homework is going to be online now. I'm going to stop recording right now, so your homework will be online. So good luck. Okay.